Okay, so I'm here on my desktop, and we're going to make a HTML form. So here's the folder that we have been working on by now. So I'm going to open this in my bracket. Okay, so to make HTML form, what we will do, we will make a new page. We will link this contact page to a new page. So when we will click on the contact, this link will take us to another page that will be a contact page. So I'm going to click here on the side. I will make a new file. I will call it contact.html. Now we see here is completely empty. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to index.php, and we're just going to copy everything. So select with Ctrl A and copy with Ctrl C. Go to the contact.html and paste it here. Now, there are a few things that we do not need. So we're going to leave everything that's within the header. But under the header and before the footer, we're going to take out everything. So the image, the headings, and the UL and paragraph and all those things. I'm just going to delete all of them. And I will delete with backspace, save this file, and let's see how this file looks. So I'm going to open this in show in Explorer, contact.html. So this is how our page looks now, which has heading, subheading, links, which is not working. As we see, if I click on contact, it's not taking us anywhere else, but soon we will link it. I'm also going to delete this marquee and the green line. So the marquee is here. So I'm going to delete this. And this horizontal line with the green. So I'm just going to make it nice and simple. Horizontal line. Control S. And under the header, I'm going to do the same. For the header, I'll do the same. Okay, so let's take a look again. Much better. So these are the two lines, horizontal line. This is above the footer and this one is below the header. So let's make this contact link so it will take us to the contact page, and we'll make a sign-up form. So we'll go back to the main page, which is the home page. It's not going to work as they are not linked. So I'm on index.html, and here is the contact. We want to make it a link. So when we click on contact, it will take us to a page which is contact.html, where we will design the form. So first, to link it, we will delete this pound sign and we will write here contact.html. So save this file with Ctrl S. Open this in Explorer so we can see in the browser. Double click on index.html, and here is our page. That's the index. So if I click on this contact, it should take us to the contact page. There you go. And to go back, I'm just gonna go back, but we can link the home for going to the home. So let's do it already. So we go on contact.html, and we make this one index.html. So when you're on contact page and you will click on home, it will take us to the main page. So let's begin with the form. Now under the header, so first I'm just going to check where we are writing the form code. So right here, paragraph. Here will be the contact form. Save it and let's take a look. So this is the part where our contact form should appear. So let's get started. So I'm going to delete this, and I will begin with form. So the first thing we want is name, and then the area where people can fill up the name. So let's see how we do it. So first begin with input, and we don't need to close this, and I'm just going to save this just to see if just putting input, what does that do. So I'm gonna refresh, and here you can see that something has came up that if you want to write, you can write. So that's the input, but this is not enough. We need to put a label. So for label, I will write right above here, first name. Sorry, semicolon, save it, and let's see. So refresh, and here it says first name and the column. Now in many websites you will see that even if you click on the first name, it should bring the cursor in here. So right now they are not corresponding to each other. So if I click on the first name, the cursor is not going here. I will need to click here. So let's make this functionality that when you click on the name or first name, it should bring the cursor here. So how we do it? In the label, we will write for, we will write first name, okay? And then we will go in input and we will write ID, and we will give exactly the same first name, save it, and let's see what happens. So I'm going to refresh it, and the moment I click in here, the cursor should appear in the box. There we go. So this is a much better way of writing our HTML. Like there's a few more things to do in this, and then we will repeat the process for the next field. So inside this, we should also give a name that should be the same as first name, and we also going to give it a type, what kind of type it is. So if we will write text, it will take anything that is written in here. So we will save it. Now we want a second field, let's say family name. So we will write label for family name. I will close it, and we will write family name, semicolon, give a space, save it, and now we will make another input. So we will write input ID family name, then we will give it a name, same as well, family name, and then type text. So any text is written there, it will be accepted. So let's save it and take a look. Refresh, and here it comes. If you click on first name, it brings here. If you click on family name, it brings here. Now if you wanted them to be under each other, all we needed to do is to use the break tag that we have learned in a previous tutorial. So BR, it should bring it down. Refresh, and there you go. Now next thing we want is email. So I will make another label for, we'll say email, and we'll write email, okay? Then input ID, we will do the same as we have been doing by now, email. And then let's see what happens if we give it a type. So if we say text, it will be fine, and let's take a look what happens. So if I refresh, I can write literally anything, and it doesn't give me any error. But this field should check if email is written here is valid or not. So how we will do this is through changing the type. So if we will change it to email, now what it will do? So if we do not write email, it will give us the warning that there should be a valid email. So refresh, and if you write just anything, Now if you bring the cursor here, it says please include an @ in the email address, which means that it is checking that it is not a proper email. So that's how we write the email field. So now to speed up, I'm just going to copy and paste them, and I will show you what those things are. Okay, so I have added few fields quickly. Let's take a look after saving how it looks. So I'm going to refresh it, and here there are a few fields. So first name, family name, email, phone, and full address, and message. Now for message, I just added the same thing as tag, so it is looking small. But in many websites you will see for the message a lot bigger area. So how we do that? So there's a different tag called text area, so I'm gonna have to delete all of this, and instead I would write text area, and it will close it. So then you will write inside message and save it, and I'm gonna give it an ID called message. So let's take a look how it looks with this changed code. So if you refresh, here you see it is showing that this is the area for message, and if you go in the corner of this, you can actually enlarge it, and you can write your message as you like. Okay, now why there's a message showing inside here? Because I had added the message in here, but if you don't want anything to show, then you can just leave it empty. So this is how I make the form. Let's do the last thing, is the submit button. So we write input type is button, and then we will write what should it say on the button. So value, submit, close it, and let's check. Refresh, and here's the submit button. I'm just going to quickly add the break so they will sit under each other. So I'm going to speed it up. So I've added a break tag after every input, so they will sit nicely in line with each other. Save it with Ctrl S, refresh, and there you go. Now with the prospect of a style, it does not look very good, but the style can be done through the CSS. But this lesson is about HTML, so we will keep it only till HTML. And our links are working. If you click on the home, we go on the home. If you click on contact, it brings us to the contact. There are a lot more options to do, but those options of the form we will look in the next tutorial. So stay tuned and see you soon. Bye.